Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Mark. I'm also known as the stock market jobber. I'm a former institutional trader. I spent about 20 years in the institutional trading world. I traded directly for two of the greatest in history, Mario Gabelli and Steve Cohen. Mario is a great, what we call a fundamental manager, and Cohen is what we call a trader. So I was also the head of trading at three different money managers that all manage in excess of $1 billion. I was a market maker. I've overseen pretty much every type of strategy, a hedge fund strategy you could think of in the trading world. So I, at this point now, want to start Stock Market Jobber because I want to teach people like yourself how trading really works and how Wall Street really works. There's so much myth out there and there's so much misunderstanding. But anyway, my experience can help you learn. So that's why I'm doing Stock Market Jobber with my partners. So anyway, I just want to talk about Intel here because it could be getting close to time to buy it. This is not a recommendation though. The market looks really weak, and you can read out my SPY or listen to my SPY video or watch my SPY video that I'm going to put out in a little while, um, and just see why I think the market's going to keep going lower. But we can still have a little bit of a trading lesson here. This Stocks tend to rally off of support. All right, what is support? Support is a price level which there's a lot of in this case, a lot of buyers are looking to buy shares at or close to the same price, around 25.50 in this case. When a market is moving lower, there's not enough buyers to absorb all of the supply, or there's not enough buy orders to take in all the sell orders. So the sellers are forced to offer their shares at a discount. This forces a downtrend. When we get to a support level, well, all of a sudden there are enough buyers. The buyers, there's more demand than there is supply at support levels. Now, a lot of times when things get to support, they tend to rally. And this is why I'm talking about Intel, because it's getting close to support. Now, why would something get to support and rally? Well, remember, a support level is there's a large concentration of investors who have buy orders. Some of the investors start to get a little freaked out. They start to think, oh, I might miss this. There's other buyers around. They can sense that there are other buyers around because the stock has stopped going lower. So some of them get anxious and they say, you know what? I'm not going to stay at 25.50. I'm going to be willing to pay 25.60 because if I'm not the highest price in town here that anyone's willing to pay, they're going to go to someone else. So I'm going to go to 25.60. Someone else might see, oh, hey, Mark went to 25.60. I'm going to go to 25.70 because I don't want to miss it. And we start the snowballing effect. The same thing happens coming off of resistance. Resistance is the opposite of support. It's a large concentration of sellers or supply. When the market's moving higher, there's not enough supply or sell orders to fill all of the demand or buy orders. When we get to resistance, the tide turns. All of a sudden, there is. At resistance levels, there's more supply than there is demand. So we have the same thing. The sellers start to sense that there are other sellers around, which is why the price isn't moving higher anymore. And they're afraid they're going to miss out if some of the other sellers get more aggressive or are willing to accept lower prices. So someone might say, you know what, I was at 30.50, I'm going to go to 30.40. Someone else could say, oh, that person just went to 30.40, I'm going to go to 30.30. Someone else sees that and they go to 30.20 and so forth and so on. So when we get to support or resistance, there's a tendency to make kind of a sharp reversal. So let me just show you another chart in Intel. This is our 6-month chart here. This is a 5-year chart, and this gives you a good example of it. Whoops. Oh, I'm sorry, everybody. This is not the right price here, 25.50. Let me just do some engineering here. Should be 45. All right. Sorry about that. Um, so 40. It's actually this is a little bit lower than 45. So let's just call it whatever, around 45. So we can see back since 2018, we get to 45, we rally. Get to 45, rally. Get to 45, rally. Get to 45, rally. Here, 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 and here. So this is a longer term time horizon, but it's just a good example of how things can tend to rally off of support. And up here we have really clear resistance at 68.50. And what happens? The sellers start to sense that there's other sellers around, so they start to undercut each other, and we get the snowball effect. Same thing happened here. So remember, trading, a big aspect of trading is about understanding which levels are important. Why is this 68.50 level important? Why is it not 68.30 or 68? I mean, I don't know, but we don't need to know. We just need to know where they are. Sometimes you know why a level is important. Like this level is important, resistance here, because it was resistance here. But when we first got to resistance here, we don't know why it was important. But there's people that bought up here who regret doing so, and it's this buyer's remorse. You know, they regret buying when the price goes lower. A lot of them tell themselves, I want to get out, but I'm only going to do so if I can get it at the same price I sold it at. So when the price gets back up there, they sell. So you have remorseful buyers from here placing your sell orders here. And if there's enough, the level becomes resistance again. And that's what happened. So trading doesn't have to be complicated. Please subscribe to our site here, stockmarketjobber.com. We teach the things that go on in the institutional world. What do institutional traders look at? What price levels are important? What's the trend? What's the momentum? What's the psychology? And that's it. We're not looking at, esoteric things like Gann theory and harmonic charts. Just trends, levels, momentum, and psychology. That's the secret. So please sign up for our site, and I hope to teach you a lot more. Thank you, everybody. Have a good day.